welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this look here, so stay tuned to see how I do it. Okay guys, so I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera. So I finished my eyes. Let's get on to this eyeshadow look. Okay, so now I'm going to start off with my white NYX eyeshadow base to make the white pop more on my lids. And I'm going to be using the shade White Pearl, which has like a kind of shine to it. Okay, so I'm going in with my round tip flat brush. I'm just going to be applying it onto my lid. So after I'm done applying my eyeshadow primer base, I'm going to be going in with this white shade from the Rainforest palette from Makeup Shack. So I'm gonna
packing the white on because I know it's kind of hard to get white shadow to pop up.
Okay, so now that I finished packing on the white, I'm going to be blending up with my blending brush from Morphe. And I'm just going to be lightly blending. Okay, so now that I finished blending, I'm going to be creating a line with my concealer. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Pro Concealer shade Suede. And I'm going to be creating my line. Okay, so now creating my line out of the concealer, I'm going to be using the Crown Case Gold Highlighter Loose Powder. I'm going to be applying that onto the line with my thin brush. Okay, so now I'm using the NYX Professional ink liner. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm trying to focus. Can you see it? The NYX Professional Epic eyeliner as like a kind of shaping tool for to shape out the shape of the cheetah print on my eye. So watch me do that. Okay, so now I'm going in with my NYX glitter primer to go over the cheetah print that I sketched out on my eye. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with this black glitter that I ordered off of Amazon. Oh, wait. Okay, so now going over it with glitter, I'm just gonna dust off the extra glitter with this brush. Okay, so now dusting off the glitter from my cheetah print, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Epic ink liner again, and I'm going to be doing my eyeliners. Okay, so my technique is I like to go from the bottom up. Okay, so now for my underlid, I'm going to be using the NYX Professional White Base again. And I'm just going to be applying that to my bottom lid and copying the same routine that I did up here. So I'm just dusting off the excess white that I dropped down on my face. Okay, so I just finished my other eye. Now I'm going to be going in with this shade from the James X Morphe palette. And I'm going to be applying that on the inner corner of my eyes. Okay, so after doing my inner eye, I'm going to be creating the cat eye look with my eyeliner. So it's just going to be going and then I connect it to the bottom a little bit like that. Okay, so now I just finished. I'm going to clean it up a little bit and get on with my skin tutorial. Okay, now to start off my foundation, I'm going to be going through a routine which I learned from TikTok. You start off with like moisturizer and primer and then setting powder. So I'm going to be going in with that first. I'm going to be using the Nivea cream and I'm just going to be applying that to my face. Okay, and now for my primer, I'm going to be using that e.l.f. Poreless primer. I'm going to be applying that. The Airspun setting powder. And I'm doing this because I want like a nice and smooth base. That's what everybody's talking about with this routine. So I'm just gonna put it all around my face. I have to make sure I get my nose really good because that's the most part where I get really oily. Okay, so after doing this routine, I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible, I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna try, foundation in the shade 535, and I'm just going to be applying it. Okay, and you gotta make sure your sponge is nice and wet because it's easier to apply your foundation when the sponge is wet. And I'm just gonna be dabbing that into my skin. And of course, don't forget to blend in from your neck too. Okay, so after blending in my foundation with my beauty blender, I'm going to be applying the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover, and it's like in like a shade lighter than my skin, and I really like L'Oreal, so I'm gonna be using this as my concealer to brighten up the spaces of my face and give it more dimension. I'm just going to be applying it in the T-zones of my face, on my forehead, and then under my eye. I kind of like to do like a triangle under my eye. And then I go on the side. Going for this one, for the concealer, I'm going to try and stay in place, not kind of spread it out. Okay, so now for my bronzing, I don't use a specific bronzing powder or anything. I just use the darkest shades on my eyeshadow palette. So I like to use these combined down here, and I just go along the eyeshadow and then lightly brush against my line and blend up. For my nose, I'm gonna go in with a much smaller brush, this brush right here, and I'm just gonna use the same color, the same shade. Okay, so after I bronze, I like to go in with my settings powder, and I'm using the Airspun. And I'm going to be applying that in the same places that I applied my concealer. And now I leave this on for about 5 minutes to make sure it bakes and set my face really properly. And the reason that I'm doing this is because, you know, when you go outside and you get all oily and stuff, it just makes the makeup last longer when you set your face, you know, other than it sliding off in like the first 30 minutes that you go outside. So I'll be back when I'm done setting. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes. So now I'm going to be using this brush from Morphe, and I'm just going to be dusting off the powder. I'm making sure that I'm brushing away from the rest of my face. So I'm brushing down for my cheeks. Okay, so now that I'm done brushing off the powder from my face, I'm going to be using the reds in the Alexis Stone palette as my blush. It's going to apply it to the cheeks, the apples of my cheeks. Okay, so now that I'm done applying the blush, I'm going to be applying my highlighter. I'm using the And Glow loose highlighter once again. You can see it. And I'm going to lightly brushing it on. Okay, so now that I have my highlighter on, I'm going to be applying my lashes. So watch how I do that. I'm using the Duo Lash Glue in the shade Dark Tone to help apply. So I'm applying a thin layer of lash glue. I'm going to wait until the glue gets tacky. Okay, so now that the lash band is tacky, I'm just gonna be using my mirror to help me apply. I'm gonna be looking down and have my mirror beneath me and apply the lashes. People like to use their hands. People like to use tools, but me personally, I like to use my hands because I find it easier. But you can use whichever one because it's what you find comfortable. Okay, so now that I applied my lashes, I'm going to come back and show you the final look after I do my lips and apply some eye gels, of course. All right. Okay, so this is the final look of my white leopard eyeshadow look. If you want to see more videos by me, please, please, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. See you guys next time. Bye.